The second part of operant conditioning is trial and error learning, and this is really the crux of operant conditioning. So you remember that this chap Skinner was experimenting with rats, and I talked to you before about how the rats pressed the right lever or the right button and they got the reward, which was a form of a pellet of food. However, they didn't just do that without doing anything else. They found out, they discovered the right way to do it through the process of trial and error. And so there may have been some buttons or levers which they touched or pressed which didn't do anything, and equally there were levers or buttons which they pressed which actually gave them a short electric shock or some kind of punishment. So they knew not to touch those ones, and then eventually they worked out and discovered that if they touched or pressed this particular lever, then the pellet would be provided. Now if we look at our badminton player down here, we will see that he is going through this process of trial and error, and I'll talk you through it. So he's trying to hit the shuttlecock over the net, but that one didn't work because he hit it down. So next time he does, he's got to hit it up a bit. Oh, that's a bit lower, but I've hit it into the net again, so I need to change something. Or I'll hit it again, but this time the racket is a little bit flat, and then maybe next time I try and hit it a little bit higher. That's better. It looks like it hit the top of the net and come over, but I've been successful. So this person is trying to work out how best to play a particular shot, and that's the concept of trial and error learning. Trial and error learning, as you can see here, is this process of learning how to do something, in this case a particular shot in badminton, by trying different methods and learning from the mistakes. So that didn't work, this mistake didn't work, so I won't do that again, but something that I've just tried did work, and I'm going to try and repeat that, or I'm going to develop and modify that. That's what this process of trial and error learning means. And as I mentioned, this is what Skinner's experiment with rats was all about, and hence the notion of operant conditioning. So please remember, trial and error learning is a really key part of the whole learning theory of operant conditioning.